All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ruach Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone Well. Peace, blessings, salutations to the full elect that is out there pushing, laboring, believing, listening all to this truth with heart sincerity. I already made a blessed election be upon your houses. All right, the title and topic of this lesson is going to be, all right, it will be worth it at the end. All right, it will be worth it at the end. All right, the scripture tells us, shortly paraphrasing, the scripture tells us that our labors are not in vain. Right, everything that we are doing, us that is constantly, enduring and laboring in this truth, and going through the ups and the downs, going through, the persecutions, going through, all the different hells, that we are catching on this side. All right, at the end of the day, it will be worth it. All right, it's going to be worth it, because the reward, right, that the Lord has in store for us, right, Lord willing, we endure all the way to the end, is something very, very beautiful, man. Right, the elect, right, is truly getting ready to inherit ultimately, the universe, in other terms, man, the planet Earth. All right, so all these things that we are going through in Babylon, America, all right, on the planet Earth right now, in order to receive this reward that is coming, is well worth it, man. All right, nothing that Esau has on this side can compare to the gifts, right, that Yahweh Shema Shai has in store for his elect, for his service, for those that stay faithful all the way to the end. All right, let me grab this real quick. This is 1 Corinthians, the 9th chapter, verse 25, and it reads, "And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible crown." Right, that is ultimately what we are striving for. Right, we are striving for those incorruptible crowns, man. Right, because you got these people on this side that got that corruptible crowns. Right, you got these people that got their consolation, right, their runner-up prize, right, their piece of the pie from these devils. Right, and ultimately that's a corruptible crown, because it's not gonna last. Right, from these celebrities to these these quote unquote influencers and so forth, right, like your LeBron James, your Kobe Bryants, your Michael Jordans, your Rihannas and Beyonces, and politicians and so forth, right? They have the quote unquote fame and riches and renown and so forth, but those is ultimately corruptible crowns that they're striving for, man. Right, because at the end of the day, once those missiles drop on this place, once that final destruction comes, once Yahweh Shai returns and Yahweh Shai returns and cracks those clouds, right, nobody's gonna be worrying about or caring about oh shit, that's LeBron James, oh shit, that's Michael Jordan. Right, it's not gonna matter. Right, these people are truly striving and have ultimately a fame or renown or a glory that truly doesn't matter. Because once this place is destroyed, it's not going to matter who you were before, man. Right? That's those corruptible crowns, man. But we're striving for what? Those incorruptible crowns, man. Right? Something that's going to last for eternity, man. Really think about the word eternity, man. Forever. All right? To never fade away, man. Okay? Again, going back to the title lesson, it will be worth it at the end, man. All right, all the things we're going through will be worth it at the end. I want to grab another one. Colossians, the 3rd chapter. Colossians, the 3rd chapter, verse 24. "Knowing that of the Lord ye shall receive the reward of the inheritance, for ye serve the Lord Hamashiach." Right, and we are looking forward to being, able to inherit, what the Lord has in store for us, man. Right, being able to truly enjoy the planet Earth the way it was meant to be, man. Right, being able to enjoy our children in this place, right, not having to worry about clocking into a 9 to 5, right, truly being at peace. Okay, Salakia Jay got the hiccups right now, but nevertheless truly being at peace, man. Right, being able to travel from these different planets, man. Having the heathen as our slaves, man. right? There's a lot of things that the Lord has in store that we don't even know about yet, man, that our minds couldn't even comprehend, right? But this is what we're striving for. This is what we're laboring for, man. Like I said a little earlier, nothing that Esau Edom has, right? The greatest thing that these devils have to offer can nowhere compare to, what the Lord has in store for us, man. But we must continually fight, continually labor, continually strive, right? All the way into the end. This is James 1:12. It reads, "Blessed is the man that endured temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him." Right? So ultimately, we have to endure, right? Endurance is one of the main, key and crucial things to have, in this ministry, man. You must be able to endure, right? We've seen people come and go, right? That endurance wasn't there. The scripture says, "Once that have lost patience," man. Right? Endurance and patience go hand in hand. Okay? Because at the end of the day, you can look at it like this, right? I'm gonna use an analogy. I always like to use analogies, right? To kind of paint a picture a little bit. You can look at it like this, right? Say you're cooking, in a sense, right? And you're baking a cake. Let's put it like that. You got to put it in the oven, and wait and endure and wait for it to get to the point where it is, ready, to be able to consume, right? But once you're able to endure and wait for it, you'll be like, damn, I'm ready to cut this thing up and eat it, right? But you have to have that patience, because at the end of it, right, the reward that's going to come from waiting, letting it fully, develop, cook properly, it's great. It's well worth it, man. Right? So nevertheless, we must endure, right? Because at the end of the day, it will be well worth it, man. We're going to have ups and downs. We're going to have different temptations again thrown at us, man. Right? We're going to go through different trials and tribulations. We're going to catch hell. We're in Babylon, man. Right? It's not a cakewalk, man. All right? Prepare to catch hell, man. It's part of the walk. But we must endure and keep in mind, right? Keep in mind and keep our eyes, in that tunnel vision mentality, and remember the goal, the end goal, the prize at the end, man. What we are truly laboring and fighting for, man. All right, which is ultimately the kingdom, salvation. The rewards and the gifts that the Lord has in store for us, man. Right? Or whether we are a part of that number. But we must continually endure and push, man. All right? No matter what. All right? Because Satan going to try to come at you from all different types of angles. Going to try to knock you off your pivot. Then they'll try to vex you. Going to try to sift you away from your mouth shot. But you can't let that stop you. All right? You have to keep going. All right? This is Revelation, the 2nd chapter, verse 26, and it reads, And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, man. All right. So again, going hand in hand, right, with ultimately enduring, man. Staying focused on the end goal, staying focused on, what's gonna happen at the end, the rewards to come. All right. Because those that endured, that kept the faith, right, that was able to overcome these different trials and tribulations, all right, those are the ones that the Lord's going to truly, bless, all right, because at the end of the day, hey, we already understand that 2/3 of our people are going to go, man, right? 2/3 of our people are going to get destroyed on this side, man, right? And they're going to come back, in the kingdom, man. But nevertheless, we want to ultimately receive that salvation. We want to be delivered out of this place, man. That's what we're really striving for, man. And also the prize at the end, the gift at the end, man. You know, you can look at it like you running a marathon, man. You trying to cross the finish line, you know, to get the trophy, man. Or you in the, you know, the championship game and you trying to, you know, win so you can get the championship a trophy, man. Right? We're trying to make it all the way into the end to be found pleasing in sight Yahweh Shema Shai and receive, you know, the inheritance, the gifts, the rewards that Yahweh Shema Shai has in store for his elect, man. All right. And that starts now more than ever. All right. But hey, you know, I'm gonna wrap it up with that. You know, Lord willing, supposed to edify to elected Israel. Salaki again. You know, Jake got the hiccups right now, but you know the show must go on. But again, you know, it will be worth it at the end, man. Everything that we're going through in this place, you know, all the hell we catching, you know, our labors, because the scripture says our labors are not in vain. All right, it will all be worth it at the end, man. Just keep fighting, keep pushing, you know, keep serving Yahweh Shema Shai, man. But I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone of Well. Peace, blessings, salutations to the elect that is out there pushing, laboring, believing, and listening on to this truth with our sincerity. Until next time, shalom, and a ball, Kwame Sharala, shalom.